bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
Okay, that's why the Lord called Jesus. His name is Yahushua. When and we've all been through it. You go to the church, give you like a cracker, right? And these drink with some wine, and they say this is the blood, this is the bread, this is the blood. That's what they get it from. They get it from the scriptures. We're supposed to have unleavened bread and wine, right? And it's all symbolic. It ultimately represents our Lord. The bread represents the body of our Lord, and the wine represents His blood that He shed for us. Good.
Verse 9, eat not of it raw, nor sodden, that means boiled, at all with water, but roast with fire, his head, with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So what happened was, when the Lord was about to smite those Egyptians, when we took the lamb, we killed it, we put the blood on our doorpost, which you had to, because if you had that blood on your doorpost, you'd be destroyed. It was the commandment. When we took the lamb and we cooked it, and when we ate it as well as the unleavened bread, we did it with our shoes on our feet. We was pretty much ready to go. You know, we ate it in haste. Go ahead.
Verse 12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborns in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
So that day, you're really supposed to eat unleavened bread for 7 whole days. So that means anything that had yeast in it. And also, you were supposed to take it outside, take it out your house. So when the Passover came around, you took out all the leaven that was in your house, and you went 7 days without eating. So if it was to eat like a sandwich or whatever, it had to be with like a tortilla or something. Some type of bread with no yeast. No pizza, no cakes, no dinner rolls, no nothing like that. It's kind of hard to do in today's society. That's why we kind of remind ourselves.
And if I may add, like a lot of brothers just, you know, kind of eat Mexican style food, because they naturally, their diet is unleavened bread, tortilla chips and corn tortillas, and the bread that don't rise, or the flat, the flat tortillas, yeah, stuff that don't rise or have yeast in it.
And even then, you still gotta watch it, cause the so-called white man, he put yeast in everything.
They hip to it. They know. That's how they know how to make us go off, because they know what we supposed to be doing.
Right. Because we was watching this one show, and they were saying that they have an actual think tank. Think tank where they need to basically read the Bible, and they go back to their information.
Oh yeah.
First I thought, I'm like, how they keep it up? Because they read the Bible, but they have an actual think tank.
So just from that, so just from that, was that custom? Was that given to everybody?
I know it's given to us.
It was only given to us, right? So the whole world would be like, oh, I'm celebrating. Wait a minute, that's against like, because it's literally to represent the Lord delivering the Israelites from Egypt. So what does an Egyptian, African look like keeping the Passover? Like in today's time, it doesn't make sense. See, what you're gonna find out is in the Bible, everything in there, like laws and stuff, was given to one people, it's given to us. And when the Lord gave us these customs, He said, "You're gonna do what I tell you. You're not gonna be like that." That's why when we keep our customs, it's supposed to separate us from the other nations. Like really, we're supposed to grow our beard, right? What's another one? A woman's supposed to,
wear dresses.
modest
I like
apparel.
what you got now.
What's some other ones?
Not get linings, don't eat pork.
What's another one? Oh,
Don't-
we have fringes.
Yeah.
We used to do those things. The other nations be like, "Oh, it's because he's a Jew. That's why you do it. Oh, it's because he's an Israelite." That's why the things we do naturally may be different from what Esau eat. They look at us like you're different.
Don't eat blood.
Yeah, don't eat blood. They like to eat blood. You know, they like their food uncooked. That's why if you order something, they'll actually ask you how you want it. When I first asked that, I looked at them crazy. What are you talking about?
Right.
But they'll say, "Oh, everybody wants it different." But wait a second. They know that we like our food cooked. Okay, if our people eat raw stuff or whatever, it's mainly because they got it from good production. But really, our food's supposed to be cooked. We're not supposed to eat blood. We're not supposed to eat fat.
Yeah, like I was watching the movie Enter the Dragon before I came here. You know, the actor, the Fro, Jim Kelly. You know, he was in Han's little get together. They were serving food. He like, nah, I don't want to eat that.
That's
You
another
know?
thing. Simple, another thing. Dietary law. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat things you may find today. What we eat all the time. Really, it's not what the Lord said we weren't supposed to eat. The big one is pork. Okay, you may not notice, but we're not supposed to eat that. Amongst us, He said, okay, He gave the list, and I would say amongst the fishes, He gave the list. The fish was an ass, scales, and fins. So one of the biggest popular ones amongst our people is catfish. Catfish is a smooth animal. That's unlawful. You're not supposed to eat that. You're not supposed to eat shrimp. You're not supposed to eat lobster or crab. Those are popular amongst our people. That's why they're the cheapest, because those foods really, they don't do anything. So we got that. When we go to the other nations, they would know, okay, y'all don't mess with pork or whatever. That's why now if you tell people you don't eat pork, they'll ask you, are you an Islam? Because really, they keep the dietary law. That's what they get it for. But you're not Islamic, you just follow the scriptures. There was a point where somebody asked me, well, you know, they say if you don't eat pork, it's probably because you went to jail before. Which I understood. They pretty much saying, because most of the time people go to jail, they convert to Islam, which is pork. But it's all from the scriptures. So we had our own holidays, we got our own dietary. Even the Sabbath. You know who the Sabbath is for? It's for us. It wasn't for everybody. You know, you got it?
Let's start at verse 12. This is Exodus 31 and 12. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Lord that doeth sanctify you. Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death, but whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but on the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work on the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed.
He said it's a sign between me and Israel. Right? So and I got news for you. The other nations, they knew that we kept the Sabbath. You'll read our history. When we was during the time of war, they literally waited until the Sabbath day while our guard was let down, and then they'll roll us. They'll say they keeping the Lord of their God, so 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna fight. Right? So we had to pressure our people to fight. Some people's like, I ain't fighting, it's a Sabbath. They say, look, we're gonna be destroyed. So we had to pressure ourselves to fight. The other nations knew our custom. They use it against us. Imagine you keeping the Sabbath day holy, and that's right when the nations say, yo, I'm rolling y'all because y'all God gave y'all an order. These are all the things that we knew. We just forgot it. So that's why we're coming back to it. That's why we'll talk to the other nations. Why you got the fringes on? Oh, because it's in the commandment that our clothes really was supposed to have this on all our clothes, but we have it on our garments. And this is a sign to remember who we are.
Right, like Esau always talk about, I don't like picky eaters. I don't like picky eaters. We supposed to be picky. we're supposed to be picking what we eat.
Yeah, they eat blood sausages. That's a delicate to them. They literally take swine's blood and make it to a sausage. That's abominable on all levels. The scripture says you're not supposed to eat blood.
Hey,
Okay.